But we want to begin tonight with the president's visit to the Mitten.
And I'm thrilled to be back in Michigan. We've done a lot of work in Michigan. A lot of plants are opening. A lot of plants stopped. We stopped them from closing. And workers here in Michigan. And
let's get to News 8 political reporter Rick Alvin. And Rick, the president heaping a lot of praise on Ford, both management and rank and file today.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time talking about the automaker. The president talked about there at that Ford plant, the Rawsonville plant in Ypsilanti, about how quickly the automaker was able to retool and start making ventilators in a remarkably short period of time. As he always does, he was kind of pushing his pro-American theme while praising, as you say, heaping praise on the Ford Motor Company, a longtime Michigan company, for responding so early on in the COVID-19 health crisis.
We're making thousands and thousands of ventilators, and I think we really sort of started right over here. We got a call very early on from Bill and the group, and this is incredible what's happened and what you've done. With your help, not a single American who has needed a ventilator has been denied a ventilator, not one. And as you remember, we took over empty cupboards. The cupboards were bare, and we got into the business of ventilators and testing and all of these other things. Just as a Ford F-150 normally drives off the line every 52 seconds, you quickly mastered this complex new machine. A ventilator is a very complicated, delicate, big, expensive machine. 1 month ago, Ford had never built a single ventilator. And now you're a world leader. That's not bad.
The president also said he would vow to bring more pharmaceutical manufacturing back to the United States, saying that a strong country has to be a manufacturing company. And as he often does, he was able to weave some politics into his speech today, talking about the UAW. And of course, there were a lot of UAW members there. The president wondered aloud why they, as he put it, endorsed the other guy and not him. Brian?
Yeah, Rick, it was a two-pronged visit, talking about the ventilators and the efforts that Ford had been undertaking there. He also touched on the flooding in Midland, said that an emergency declaration would be happening quickly, that he'd be signing that. Do we have a timetable on that?
No, we really don't. In fact, at one point, I think he actually said he had signed it, and then he said he would sign it. Normally, once they get the criteria from FEMA, and FEMA has been on the ground since that night, I think, when they started seeing these dams fail, then they can sign off on that relatively quickly. And of course, the president's very cognizant of the state that he's dealing with. This is one of those states that gave him a narrow victory in 2016 that led to the electoral victory that many people did not expect. So here in Michigan, the president always has a very Michigan-centric message. Brian.